Hi students. So today we are going to discuss about range of a function. So we have the definition here. If f maps a to b is a function, set of all images or set of all output values of the function is called as range. If a is the domain, then f of a is the symbol we use to represent range of a function. So f of capital A means f of domain. F of domain denotes the range of the function. So range is set of all images or output values of the function. For example, if you have f of x is equal to y, so this x indicates the input which we give to the function. The input which we give to the function, that is the value of x which we substitute in the function, are called as input values, and set of all input values will be domain. Now after substituting x value, this is the function value. Once you substitute some x value in the function, you will get some output. So this is the output value or function value. Set of all output values or set of all function values will be range. So range is nothing but collection of all y values or collection of all f of x values. So okay, collection of all f of x values is nothing but range. So simply we can remember set of x values will be domain, whereas set of y values or set of f of x values will be range. Simple example I can take like this. See, if f of x is equal to x square plus x plus 1 is a function. Okay, let us take a simple example. If you take x as 1, then f of 1 is equal to 3. So this is the input which we are giving to the function. We are giving the input as x is equal to 1. We got the output as 3. So this is the input given to the function. This is the output we got from the function. That means this is the function value at x is equal to 1. Function value at x is equal to 1. Okay. So like that, if you take x is equal to 2, substitute here. We get f of 2 is equal to 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. So this is the function value at x is equal to 2. Okay, so x is equal to 3. Just simple examples I am taking here. F of 3, 9 plus 3 plus 1, 13. So all these are output values of the function when we are giving inputs like this. So collection of all these output values is nothing but range. And remember, output values are nothing but images. What is this? This is called as image of 1 under the function f. Image of 1 under the function f is 3. Image of 2 under the function f, 7. Image of 3 under the function f, 13. All these are images. So set of images or set of output values of the function is nothing but range of the function. So this is the basic definition of range. Now let us see the procedures which we follow to find the range of particular functions. Now let us see some standard methods. Or whenever we have some standard functions, how to find the range of those particular functions. This is the first method. So whenever f of x is of this form, or even you can take or even f of x is in the model of a sin x plus b cos x plus c. So whenever f of x is this in this model, so already in trigonometry part we have learned how to find the extreme values of this function. So range is nothing but functional values only. So therefore we have learned in trigonometry how to find the extreme values of this. That only we will use here. So whenever f of x is in this model, minimum value of this particular function is c minus root over a square plus b square, and maximum value of the function is c plus root over a square plus b square. So when you get minimum maximum, range is nothing but f of x values. So when you know what is minimum, you can write the interval of range. We can write the interval in which f of x values will lie. Okay, so therefore range of f of x will be c minus root over a square plus b square, c plus root over a square plus b square, interval of minimum maximum. So this is the range of the function wherever the function is in this model. So let us take a simple example. If f maps a to b is some function, f maps a to b, otherwise I will take r here, real numbers. F maps r to b, r is some real number set, r to b, such that f of x is equal to sin x plus root 3 cos x plus 2, okay, is surjective, then b is required. This is the question. Okay, so the question is like this. Remember, whenever f of x function is given like this and f is surjection means onto, whenever a function is onto, its range will be equal to its codomain. We want codomain here. Whenever function is surjective, range, codomain are equal. So as f is given as surjective here, range of the function will be equal to its codomain. Range of the function is equal to codomain as f is onto. What is codomain here? B. So therefore, to get the value of set b, you have to find range of the function. To get the value of set b, you have to find range of the function. So this is the function and the function is exactly in this model. So whenever you have the function in this model, to find the range, we will use this. And range only is required here. You get the value of range, that is nothing but codomain and that is nothing but set b. Okay, so look at this function now. Compare with the standard notation which we have written here. Now when you compare with this one, a will be 1, b will be root 3, c will be 2. Okay, and what is the minimum value now? Minimum value will be c minus root over a square plus b square. What is c? 2. So 2 minus root over a is 1, b is root 3. So therefore this is 2 minus root over 1 plus 3 means 2 minus root 4. So 2 minus 2, 0. Maximum c plus root over a square plus b square. That means 2 plus root over a square plus b square, already we got here same value, no? Root over a square plus b square, what we got here? 2. So this is the maximum value and minimum value of the function. When you know minimum maximum, you can write the interval in which function lies. Okay, so therefore range of the function, just use this formula. This is minimum, that is maximum. So what is the range of the function? 0 to 4, interval of 0 to 4, including 0 and 4. So close brackets, 0 to 4 is going to be the range of this particular function. So this is the first method. Now let us see the second method. If f of x is a quadratic expression in variable x like this, f of x is like a quadratic expression. We know that whenever coefficient of x square, that is whenever a is positive, this ax square plus bx plus c represents a parabola opening up. The graph of this quadratic expression when a is positive, a means quotient of x square. So graph will be a parabola opening up. When a is negative, the graph of this quadratic expression will be a parabola opening down. So clearly, if you have the idea of the graph, you can know that. If you have the idea of the graph, you can clearly see that whenever a is positive, the quadratic expression will have a least value, but it does not have a maximum value. You see the graph clearly. This is the least value of the graph or the least value of the function. Function cannot have a lesser value than this one. Clearly, when a is negative or less than 0, this will be the maximum value of f of x will be obtained here. There is no minimum value because the graph continuously goes down. There is no minimum value, but this is the maximum value. Maximum value of the function will be obtained at this point. When a is positive, at this point you will get the least value of the function. But since the graph extends upwards continuously, there is no maximum value in this particular case, only minimum. Okay, so in this particular case there is only maximum but no minimum. Okay, so therefore, depending on these two cases, that is, whenever you have a greater than 0 in this particular quadratic expression, whenever you have a greater than 0, then you will have the least value but not the maximum value. So therefore, minimum value of the function 4ac minus b square by 4a is the formula which we have already discussed in quadratic expressions chapter. Okay, so if a is greater than 0 or positive, the function will have minimum value but no maximum value. Then what is the range? Range means this is the least value. Starting from here you can have any value for f of x. Okay, so therefore range of the function becomes starting from 4ac minus b square by 4a, you can go up to infinity. There is no limit for the maximum value, but you have the minimum. There is no limit for the higher values of f of x. So this is the range of the function. So if a is less than 0 or negative, see the graph. When a is negative, the function has maximum value at this point, but there is no minimum value. So whenever a is negative or less than 0, maximum value of the function 4ac minus b square by 4a, formula is saying there is no minimum value. You have maximum, you don't have minimum. So therefore, range of the function is the function can have maximum value, this one. There is no minimum value. That means range will be from minus infinity up to here. You can have any value for the function. From minus infinity to this one, the function can have any value. From minus infinity up to this, that means the function value cannot be more than this. This is the limit or the cutoff point for the function. So when a is positive, this is range. When a is negative, this is the range. So whenever a quadratic expression is given, just we can use these formulas to find the range of the function. For example, simple. If f of x is given as x square plus x plus 1, if f of x is given like this, you want the range of the function. Okay, f of x is given like this, you want the range of the function. Just use this formula. Compare f of x with this one. What is a? 1. B is also 1. C is also 1. Compare f of x with this one. Now see, a is positive clearly. When a is positive, the function will have the least value but no maximum value. Okay, so let us calculate 4ac minus b square by 4a here. So 4a is 1, c is 1, minus b is 1. Okay, so you are getting 3 by 4. 4ac minus b square by 4a value is 3 by 4. Since a is positive, this is going to be the range. So range of the function, since a is positive clearly, range of the function will be this one. So range of the function 4ac minus b square by 4a, that means 3 by 4 to infinity, left close, right open. So this is a simple process to find the range whenever you have quadratic expressions. Now let us discuss third method. Whenever f of x is in the model like ax plus b by x, the model means the first term and second term have reciprocal forms. First term and second term have reciprocal forms. A and b are some constants here, and x is the variable. First term, second term are of reciprocal model like ax, b by x. Forget about a, b, c, x, 1 by x. We have reciprocal forms. So whenever you have function having two terms which are in the model of reciprocal forms, we will use am greater than or equal to gm condition. Am greater than or equal to gm condition. Just observe why we will use this condition means. So let us take these two terms. If I take ax as one term, b by x as one term, what is the am for these two terms? Am is always sum of the terms by number of terms. So am for these two terms will be sum of the terms by number of terms. And what is gm? Gm for these two terms will be root over first term into second term. So root over first term into second term, this is the gm. Okay, now clearly you can see x 1 by x cancel. So ax plus b by x by 2 greater than or equal to root ab. These two you can cross multiply and get the result as ax plus b by x is greater than or equal to 2 root ab. So did we get the range? Ax plus b by x means f of x only. So f of x is clearly greater than or equal to 2 root ab. We got the value. Means f of x functional values range you can get from this condition. So this is the reason generally when we have the function having two terms which are in the reciprocal form to each other, we will try to use this condition. For example, let us see a simple problem for this. For example, if you have f of x as root over x square plus x plus tan square alpha by root over x square plus x. If you have f of x like this, okay, then your question is f of x is greater than or equal to what? Just observe the function. First term, second term, are they in the model of reciprocal terms? Yes. X is the variable here. Tan square alpha, variable x. Tan square alpha is constant only. So these are the variable terms. They are reciprocal to each other in the form of reciprocal. So we can use this condition. We can use the condition am greater than or equal to gm. And we have only two terms here, remember. We have only two terms. First term, second term. Am for two terms means sum of the terms by number of terms. So am root over x square plus x first term plus second term by 2. This is am. Am is first term plus second term by 2. Only two terms are there, greater than or equal to. What is gm? Gm is always root over product of first term and second term. Product of first term and second term. Product of first term and second term. This is gm. Gm for two terms I am talking about. So these two cancel. Now what is this numerator part? This numerator part is nothing but f of x only. Numerator is actually f of x only. So f of x is numerator by 2 greater than or equal to here. Root over tan square alpha is left, no? So we got f of x is greater than or equal to 2 tan alpha. F of x greater than or equal to 2 tan alpha. That is what they are asking. What is the range of the function? F of x is 2 tan alpha or more than that. So range will be from 2 tan alpha you can have f of x, you can have any value higher than that. So range of f of x will be 2 tan alpha or more than that. So from 2 tan alpha up to infinity you can take anything. This will be the range. But since this is our requirement, so your answer will be 2 tan alpha. Okay. Let us see the fourth method now. So fourth method, whenever you have a function f maps a to b such that the domain contains finite values. Domain has finite values. You can find the range using the concept range is set of images. So when domain has finite elements, directly you can find the images of each and every term. That only is range, because range is collection of images. Okay, for example, f maps a to b is the function such that domain has only 3 elements like this. Domain has only 3 elements. Okay, so domain has only 3 elements. This is domain A1, A2, A3. Codomain. The codomain, okay, we are not interested in codomain, it may be something else, right? So we want only range. So I am not discussing what is the codomain, right? So we want the range. Range is set of images. So find the image of A1. Find the image of A2. Find the image of A3. That's all. Set of images will be range. Now image of A1 means what? F of A1 you have to find. Image of A2 means f of A2. Image of A3 means f of A3. And remember, when domain has finite elements, then only we can do like this. When domain has infinite elements, so you can't keep on finding the image of each and every element. So when the domain has finite elements, we can use this method. Find image of each and every element. So what is the range of this particular function when domain has only 3 elements like this? Range is collection of images. Image of A1 is f of A1. Image of A2, f of A2. Image of A3, f of A3. So range is set of images. So f of A1, f of A2, f of A3. This will be the range of the function. So whenever domain has finite elements only, you can use this method. Okay, so I will give you an example for this. Example. Let us consider set A having elements 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Set A has elements like this. And f maps A to n is some function. F maps A to n is some function defined such that f of n means image of n, image of some element n. So defined as highest, f of n is defined as highest prime factor. Highest prime factor of n. F of n is defined like this. Then range they are asking. Range. See, f maps A to n, what is domain A? This is domain. Domain has finite elements. Only 5 elements you have. Directly find the image of all elements. Range is collection of images. Directly find images of all elements. Domain is finite. So let us see now. Let us find image of 9 first. So image of 9 is what? F of 9. F of 9, use this rule. F of n is highest prime factor of n. So f of 9 will be what now? Just in place of n we have 9, no? So f of 9 means highest prime factor of 9. What are factors of 9? I will write here. What are factors of 9? 1, 3, 9. These are the factors of 9. What is the highest prime factor of n? These are factors. Highest prime factor. This is not prime number. This is not prime number. Only one prime number is there in the factors. So highest prime factor means 3 only. Only one prime number is there. Image of 9 is over. Now image of 10. Image of 10 means, use this rule. Image of 10 means highest prime factor of 10. What are factors of 10? 1, 2. Factors of 10 I am writing. Okay. So 1, 2, 5, 10. These are the factors of 10. We want highest prime factor. Remove non-prime numbers. This is not prime number. This is not prime number. Highest prime factor. We have 2 prime factors. Highest means 5. Image of 10 is over. Now image of 11. Image of 11. Factors of 11. 11 is prime number. 11 is prime number. So factors of 11 means only 1 and itself, because it's prime number, no other factors will be there except 1 and itself. So what is the highest prime factor of 11? Remove non-prime numbers. Only one factor is there which is prime. That itself is the answer. So highest prime factor of 11 means 11 only. 11 only. Now come to image of 12. What are factors of 12? Factors of 12 means you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Highest prime factor you want. So remove non-prime numbers. Remove non-prime numbers. So prime numbers, only 2 numbers are there. 2, 3. Highest prime factor means what is the highest among these 2, 3? Image of 13 now. 13 is prime number. 30 is prime number. So factors of 13 means 1 and itself. 1 is not a prime number. Highest prime factor means 13 only. For any prime number, highest prime factor will be itself. So this is the set of all images. So set of all images. These are images only, no? For domain elements, we determined the images. Set of images is nothing but range. Range is set of images. So range will be collection of images. We have 3, we have 5, we have 11. That's all. Only 3 numbers are there. 3 is repeated. Set means we should not repeat the elements. No, 3 is repeated. Okay, 13 I missed here. Okay, right. 13 I missed, right. 3 is repeated. So we have 3, we have 5, we have 11, we have 13. So range is collection of all images. This is the range. 3, 5, 11 and 13. So whenever domain is finite, we can simply find images of each and every element in the domain. Yes, let us discuss now method 5. So in method 5, f of x will be in the model of a rational function where in numerator denominator you have polynomial functions of degree 2. You have polynomials of degree 2 in numerator denominator. So f of x will be a function or a rational function of this model. So here, even if p is 0 also, no problem. That means even if numerator is of first degree also, no problem, method will be applicable. Numerator, denominator both Degree 2, okay. Numerator degree 1, denominator degree 2 also okay. But denominator must be degree 2 only, generally. Okay. So when f of x is like this, the process is, we will consider this f of x to be y. So we will cross multiply. So we will cross multiply and we will get a function in this model like px square plus qx plus r is equal to L into y into x square plus m into y x plus ny, and we will write all terms on one side. When we will write all terms on one side, we will get a quadratic equation of this model. We will get a quadratic equation of this form. So now this is a quadratic equation in terms of x, and x is always a real number, because whenever we are discussing functions, we will discuss only about real valued functions. So x is always a real number only. When x is real number, roots of this quadratic equation are also supposed to be real numbers only, because roots are nothing but x values. The quadratic equation is in terms of x. Roots ante x values. X values satisfying this particular equation are said to be roots. But roots are x values only, no? And x is always real, no? So roots must be real only. So for this quadratic equation, roots must be real. When roots are real, discriminant b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. So discriminant is greater than or equal to 0. Discriminant we will apply and we will solve this condition now. So when you solve this condition, finally you will get the interval of y. Interval of y, what is y here? Y is nothing but f of x. So interval of y means interval of f of x, and interval of f of x only is range. Range is nothing but function values or y values. So when we solve this condition, we will get the interval of y. Interval of y means interval of f of x, that only will be range. So this is the procedure whenever you have a rational function where numerator denominator are supposed to be of degree 2. Numerator denominator are supposed to be of degree 2. Okay. So I will explain a simple problem related to this method now. Now see, this is the problem. F of x is equal to x square minus x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. So clearly f of x is a rational function, numerator denominator both of degree 2. So we can apply the method which we just now discussed. So what we will do is, first we will take this f of x to be y. So let x square minus x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1 is equal to y. Cross multiply now. Cross multiply. X square minus x plus 1 is equal to, cross multiplying you will get yx square plus yx plus y. Now shift all terms to one side. Shift all terms to one side. So this comes to this side means 1 minus y into x square. This comes to this side means minus x common, so 1 plus y into x. And this comes to this side means 1 minus y is equal to 0. So when all terms are shifted to one side, you are getting a quadratic equation in x like this. So this is clearly a quadratic equation in variable x. Quadratic equation in variable x, and x is real number here. X is real number means roots are real. When x is real, roots are real. So roots are real means discriminant delta b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. So b means this coefficient of x. B is coefficient of x. minus of 1 plus y. A is coefficient of x square. C is constant term. Okay, whole square, minus sign we can remove because we have whole square. So remove minus sign. 1 plus y whole square. So 1 plus y square plus 2y minus, now multiply this. So when you multiply you will get minus 4y square and plus 8y greater than or equal to 0. Multiplying you will get like this. Simplification, see, y square minus 4y square, so minus 3y square. 2y plus 8y, 10y. 1 minus 4 means minus 3, greater than or equal to 0. I will multiply this with minus because I want this quadratic term coefficient to be positive. Multiply with minus. So 3y square minus 10y plus 3. Multiplying with minus, this inequality symbol will change. Now I will try to factorize this one. So 3y square factors, multiplying 9, adding minus 10. So factors are minus 9 and minus 1. First two terms 3y common. So first two terms 3y common. Y minus 3. Last two terms minus common. Y minus 3. So now y minus 3 is common. So 3y minus 1 less than or equal to 0. So now we have two factors. So when we consider individually, 0 of this factor is 3 and 0 of this factor is 1 by 3. 3, 1 by 3. Whenever you have less than symbol, your solution lies between the roots. Means y lies between the roots. Whenever you have greater than symbol, solution will be y does not lie between the roots. So 3 and 1 by 3 are the zeros here. 3 and 1 by 3 are the zeros. Write in ascending order. Ascending order. Whenever you have less than symbol, lies between the roots is solution. Therefore, y lies between the roots. This is your solution. This is interval of y. Interval of y means interval of f of x. Because see, f of x only we have taken as y. F of x only we have taken as y. This is the interval in which f of x lies. So f of x means function values. Function values will be lying in this interval. That means this is the range of the particular function. So the range of given function will be 1 by 3 to 3, close brackets. Close brackets 1 by 3 to 3. So this is the example of method 5 which we discussed. Okay, so this is method 6 now. So if f maps A to B is some function in which domain of function means this set A is either R, set of real numbers. Domain is either set of real numbers or real numbers minus some finite points. That means domain is actually an infinite set. So domain is either real number set or real numbers minus some finite values. Then if the function is given as f of x is equal to y, if function is given like this, okay, domain is either R or R minus finite values, means domain is a infinite set actually. So consider the given function. Consider given function and try to write x in terms of y like this. So on simplifying this given function, try to write the function as x in terms of y. You have to write x is equal to a function in terms of y. X is equal to RHS must be completely in terms of y. So if you modify the function and write in this model, then try to find the values of y for which the function or for which this LHS is defined. Try to find y values for which this is defined. And y values only will give us the range, because f of x is equal to y means, what is y? Y is f of x, means y is only function values. So once you write like this, try to find y values for which this is defined, means this equation is defined for which values of y you find. Those y values only will give us the range. So let us do an example for this method. So let us solve this example for method 6. So this is the function. So first of all, I will try to find the domain, because in method 6 we discussed that domain of the function must be either R or R minus some finite values. So let us find the domain first of all. So domain of the function, f of x is not defined only when denominator is 0. F of x is not defined only when denominator is 0. So I am finding the domain first to check whether method 6 is applicable or not. So f of x is defined if and only if denominator is not equal to 0. That means 3 power x is not equal to 3 power minus x. Bases are same. So x is not equal to minus x. Minus x, this minus x you shift to LHS. X plus x. So 2x is not equal to 0. So divide with 2. X not equal to 0. So f of x is defined only when x is not equal to 0. That means excepting 0, you can take any value in place of x. Excepting 0, you can take any value in place of x. So what is the domain of the function now? So domain of the function is all real numbers except 0. So domain of the function is exactly like what we discussed for the method to be applicable. So for this domain, clearly this sixth method procedure which we discussed will be applicable. So let us start the procedure now. So domain of the function is R minus 0. I am starting the procedure. So procedure means what I should do? F of x must be taken as y. And after simplification, I should write this as a function x is equal to f of y model. Means I should write this as x in terms of y. Now this is actually y in terms of x. I should convert as x in terms of y. So I should try to get this as x in terms of y model. So simple mechanism, I will take this as y by 1 and I will apply component 1 dividend 2. This is the easy method to get the function as x is equal to f of y. So use component 1 dividend 2. So component 1 dividend 2. So component of dividend 2 means what? Whenever you have a fraction a by b, we will write this as a plus b by a minus b. Means numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator. See the first LHS part, numerator plus denominator. What you will get? 2 into 3 power x. By numerator minus denominator. 2 into 3 power minus x is equal to right side. Numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator. So here 2 cancel. componendo dividendo, numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator, both sides. 3 power minus x. When you shift this to numerator, you will get this as 3 power x into 3 power x is equal to y plus 1 by y minus 1. So 3 power 2x is equal to y plus 1 by y minus 1. Apply log on both sides. So apply log on both sides. Log of 3 power 2x, that means 2x into log 3 is equal to log of y plus 1 by y minus 1. So did we got x in terms of y model? Yes, because log 3 and 2 are constants only, we can divide. Means I can write like this: x is equal to 1 by 2 log 3, 1 by 2 log 3 log of y plus 1 by y minus 1. I can write like this. So I got x in terms of y model, x in terms of y. And finally, after getting x in terms of y, what we should do? We should find y values for which this is defined. We should find y values for which this is defined. Now see, log of y plus 1 by y minus 1. This is defined only when this is positive, because logarithm is defined only for positive numbers. So this is defined only when y plus 1 by y minus 1 is positive. So this is defined only when y plus 1 by y minus 1 is positive. Y plus 1 by y minus 1 must be positive. See, fraction positive means numerator denominator have same signs. Fraction positive. When this will happen? Numerator denominator both positive, fraction positive. Numerator denominator both negative, fraction negative. Means numerator denominator must be both positive. So when both are same signs, I should say, numerator denominator have same signs. So when numerator denominator same signs, product also will be positive only. Numerator denominator same signs means either both positive or both negative. When you multiply numerator denominator which have same signs, you will definitely get positive only, no? So I can write like this: numerator denominator same signs, multiply, you will get positive. For this one we can write the solution easily. See, we have two factors. What is the 0 of first factor? Minus 1. 0 of second factor? Plus 1. And already we have discussed in the previous cases that whenever you have only two factors like this, and you know both zeros like minus 1 plus 1, greater than symbol means does not lie between the roots will be solution. Less than symbol lies between the roots is the solution. Therefore, what are the zeros here? Minus 1 plus 1 does not lie between the roots. So y is less than minus 1 or y is greater than 1. Y is nothing but f of x. So interval of y is nothing but interval of f of x. Interval of f of x is only range. So y is less than minus 1 means minus infinity to minus 1. Union. Y is more than 1 means 1 to infinity. This is the interval of y. That means interval of f of x. That means range of the function. Range of function is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity.